Hello everybody and welcome back to One Hub. It's the second round of this season and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. We have a sprint race today to just add a tiny bit more action from you for you, and it all starts basically straight away at 7. Once we get all of the drivers in, we get the custom grid set up, and then we are all set and ready to go racing. No qualifying, none of that. We'll get onto that in a second, but we do have a sprint race which will be 10 laps, and this is going to be the grid that we're going to be using for the sprint race. We'll go through the championship and all that in a second for you, but basically similar to the championship this is, but just the other way around. So if you are at the bottom of the championship, then you are at the front, and you can see it's Thomas right now who will be in first position. Obviously, it'll change sprint race on sprint race. We'll go through the calendar as well to show you all of the sprint races that we do have this season and the rest of the calendar for you. But we've introduced it, so now we have a reverse sprint race. So for the sprint races, we won't have qualifying. Instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to reverse the championship, and that means that if you're at the back of the championship, you're at the front and have a chance to take victory. You have a chance to fight at the front, fight for some good points, and it allows, as I said, it basically just allows the drivers who may not always be at the top to be able to fight, and then the drivers who are always at the top having to fight from the back. So really going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It will be Thomas alongside Donnet, and then it'll be Cam Rules, Justin, Waze, Tristan, Funky, Lawrence, Ali B, and Quinn. Now, even though we obviously have a few drivers who may be quick still at the front, that might be due to, for example, they had a crash last time out in Australia. So, obviously, this is only round 2. We've only had one race. So, the more the season goes on, for example, the second sprint race, the third, fourth, we'll have basically all of the fast drivers at the back. That's how it's really going to play out. There's still going to be possibly some quick drivers maybe near the front due to just a bad showing last time, some front wing damage. It was chaotic. Remember, there was a safety car. And anything is possible. So I think we're going to get some good racing here in the sprint. Let's quickly run you through the calendar for you. It is we've already been to Australia. We're at the second round here at China, and then we next time out go to Miami, and then we have a visit to Netherlands, France, and then we go to Austria, which just like today is a sprint race. So that's going to be really interesting. And then we head to Monza, and then Mexico City, Jeddah, Azerbaijan, another sprint race, and then Canada, and we end the season with a sprint race as well. So cannot wait for all of that. And Mike in the live chat saying, hello Emmy, good luck mate, and good luck PT drivers, I'll be watching. Yes, hopefully all the PT drivers do get on well today. We obviously have the weather, we'll get onto that in a second, but an interesting calendar. And I've already said this. I said this in the qualifying night. I also said this last time out. It's great to have actually a calendar which usually most leagues wouldn't really have a lot of these circuits, so they would only have it once in the game cycle. So not really circuits that are used all the time. Some of them obviously used very frequently, but there are some here that aren't used, and it's really exciting to see that we do have a lot of different types of circuits. China obviously making a return this year. I was about to say next year, but obviously the new season of F1 is this year now. It's going to be exciting to see how the return to China. They also have a sprint race, but we're going to try it out first in a bit of an exciting way as well. Now, we'll quickly run you through the drivers' standings. As you can see, it is Berra right at the top, and it was really interesting last time out where we had different strategies. As usual, it's a 2-stop. That's why there is 2 stops. It definitely does allow a lot of different varying strategies and makes the racing much more interesting for us. So definitely a lot of the drivers that we saw near the front didn't finish. Some of them near the front, some of them lost out due to just safety cars, and really it was all about just keeping your nose clean. That was another thing. We saw a big crash which caused that safety car. Now we are going to get underway. I'll quickly also show you the second part of the driver standings as well, so you can all look through that. But an interesting race coming up today. Thomas on pole, as I mentioned, Donna alongside, and we're getting into lobby, so I'll also quickly just show you the constructors standings. Remember, still the drivers will be looking to work together with their teammates, and let's see who's going to be able to work together the best to get their team to the top of the table. Now I'm going to take you over to the game scene because we are about to get underway. We'll run through the sponsors later on in the broadcast. But right now, all attention goes to the sprint. As I mentioned, we go straight to racing, so there's no waiting around. It's straight to the action on the circuit, and that means that when you join us here, you don't have to deal with any qualifying, like, for example, a qualifying, basically a slow starter. We used to have a one-shot, that was straight into it as well, but this is even more straight into it. We're gonna, the first time we see the cards, it's the 5 red lights going out, and the race getting underway. I think turn number 1 can be chaos. Now, as you can see, it is raining, and I'll run you through that all now. So the plan is for light rain to go to dry, and for the main race to be dry just like last time. So how it works is we obviously are going to start on the intermediates. Then whether the drivers move or not, that's a different story. Now we did see in the P3 tier earlier on. Now it does. Now we basically saw the weather start off as wet, and it continued all the way as it should, obviously, with the wet. It continued all the way till around lap 5. Then we saw half of the grid move to soft. Most of the grid, I should say. It was about a quarter who stayed out, and they took the top 4 positions, as Jess was the highest one who finished in 5th. So definitely it can be a bit interesting. Now it's not always going to be the same. That's one of the things. It's not always going to be the same, so it can always change depending on the different tiers. So it is going to just change in whatever the game gives us, so it won't be the same, but that's how the P3 tier went. Wouldn't be surprised if we see something else happen in this one. But we're right now looking in the pit lane, and wouldn't be surprised if we have a completely different order. Your top 3 are Thomas, Donut, Cam Rules, and then we also have Justin in P4. Wouldn't be surprised if we see anyone else basically coming and taking those top positions, coming from behind, due to obviously the different starts and getting off the line. It can be a bit difficult for some of the drivers, especially with the rain, so you can see a contrasting start between a lot of them. I've just noticed that the game audio is off. I'll change that for you. Good thing I noticed now before we got underway. Well, you haven't needed to hear anything yet from the game, luckily. So right now the drivers basically just setting up their cars, getting all ready with that. Intermediates, as I mentioned, will be attached to the cars, and then whether we move to dry, I should say, that's going to be another story. And some of the drivers may have watched the P3 tier, and some of them may have seen that it didn't really work out too much. They got close, but not close enough. So if we have a similar changeover from the wets to the dries, then there is a slight chance we could see more drivers elect to stay out. Here we go then. The first sprint of the season is 5 lights away. And the race to win the sprint is go. Good reaction time from Donna in second position, but is he going to be able to change that? No, in the second phase of the start, Thomas is going to hold the lead, and we've had a crash. We've had a crash immediately and into the wall, and losing out there goes Donna. The virtual safety car is out immediately, but they all pinched each other, battling for second position. Thomas knows nothing about that. He has the lead. It's Funky up to second, but drama already. We have the virtual safety car out on the opening lap of the race, and we didn't survive too long. Only the opening meters. We have the safety car out as well, as you can see on the map, but contact as they battled away for second. And now the order is Thomas, Funky, Shek, Ali B and Red Mat. So getting really interesting, and a few drivers getting already some penalties, as you can see, 5 seconds for them. And if we look at the order, that's how much it's changed. Cam Rules going backwards after starting in third. We've had FunQ's improved 5 positions. We'd have Waze up 2, Alibi up 4, and Redmat up 5 as well. But we have a safety car, and that was very chaotic. And Tristan also has had issues. He started in 6th position. Justin has had issues as well, and then Donna, as I mentioned. But a bit more of a chaotic start than the P3 tier. We did see a driver coming from 4th, I believe, to take the race lead at turn number 1. We didn't get that, but instead we got a big crash for 2nd position. And it was that quick that I even... Oh no, lads. Social distance in turn 1, please. Absolutely. But instead we got a big crash down there. Well, they all got a bit too close. And always can happen in the wet conditions. And it was a bit too quick for even me to see who was where, as they all collided. But I'm guessing Cam Rules would have been involved. There was a lot of obviously blue cars in there as well. So the Williams, the Alpines. And then Donnet definitely involved, losing a lot of positions. Surprised we didn't get a retirement. Really, really surprising we didn't get a retirement in that. It did look like they were heading straight into the wall, but they didn't. Now, okay, with this safety car, I've been mentioning the P3 and comparing that a lot, as Tristan's been given a penalty for collision with Justin. He should be able to serve that and get that out of the way. Now, they didn't have a safety car. We do, so slowing the race more up. So if we do, for example, if the rain does stop, it would stop earlier for it. If it was planned for if the game has planned it for the same time, then it would stop a bit more earlier for us. So that could change things. The field, remember, still close together, as we had someone just completely running away in the P3 tier. So we've already got a bit of a different scenario here with the safety car out, slowing everything up. But if we look also at the order outside your top 5, we have Quinn in 6th, Cam Rules, Cam Kimum, Jordan, and then Ramit, Lukey, Waitsy, Ixlock, Bera, Miami Specialist, Tristan, Justin, and Donna. And obviously right now it's far too wet, but I was about to say, so no one's going to go on the slick tyres, braving it out there. Look at this, Tristan's gone on the set of soft compound tyres. We'll get the tyres up for you. Oh, it is showtime now. Oh. So he is going to be hoping that it dries up very, very quickly. Interesting stuff there by him. He's first of all going to have to keep the car pointing in the right direction. Mike, I may not be on comms, but I'll still provide some jokes as usual. That is definitely not a surprise. That's what we expect from Mike. And these drivers are brave. Definitely very brave. Could it work out for him? Who knows? He's already had a sprint race that, let's just say, can't get any worse. Dropping down the order. He's also got the penalty. So he's still got the 5-second penalty. And we've got, I think, Redmat in as well. So Redmat is diving it in. And he's going to now get into his pit box. And I think we all know what I'm looking for. Yep, soft compound off tyres. Going on the car. And I've just got 3 pings from the Discord. Okay, I can ignore those for now. It's always crucial to check, because in case there's something massively wrong with the stream, you know. But right now, Tristan getting rid of the 5-second penalty, that is clever. Because also, first of all, he's going to catch up. And for some reason he doesn't catch up, the safety car can go an extra lap and wait. So, it works out brilliantly for him. And obviously then it delays If that was to be the case, he should be able to catch up unless he goes incredibly slow. But if we were to have another lap, then that would obviously dry the circuit up a bit more. The rain would stop. Still have drops falling. And there's going to be drivers on the softs trying to generate the tire temperature. And it may not be too easy for them. And as I said, they're going to try and keep, first of all, their car in the right direction. So we're just currently waiting to get back underway. And for Tristan to catch up. He hasn't actually been able to catch up. And look at Red Matt as well. So he's also trying it, is he? Is he trying to keep a gap? Is he trying to keep a gap here? So we don't go back to green flag racing? Interesting. All kicking off. Here we go. So, into the braking zone we go. And yep, the safety car is staying out, so looks like and this is going to allow now more drivers to dive it into the pit lane. Okay, so it is now pit stop time once again. Waitsy in, Ramit in, Miami in, Berra is in as well, and then we have Quinn who has dived it in, Ali B's dived it in. So more drivers now electing to pit, and with the safety car, it is completely changing the race once more. And Mike, too early for softs. Lap 6, I think, is the crossover. So the drivers, well, we've got most of them now in. So around half of the field, just about more than half, have decided to go on softs. And, well, if we look on board, we're right now on board with Ali B. As you can see, the rain has stopped. So the rain stopped falling. So they may struggle a bit on the restart, but possibly it may just be okay and worth pitting right now. And remember, I think it was the end of lap 4 in the P3 tier. Now we've been behind safety cars, so we've been running at an even slower pace. So there is a chance, there is a slight chance that well actually there is quite a big chance now actually for these drivers who are on the softs compound off tires. So safety cars coming in. It's obviously been out there. And now we're going to see Thomas, who will take us back. We've still got the incredibly long straight to go down to turn number 14. And then we should be going back to green flag racing conditions. And are we going to see every one of the inters diving it in straight away? And it looks like we are probably going to now get an even more mixed up grid for the second race in a row for the race here in China. We got Australia. We had Australia last time where we had that due to the qualifying conditions, and these conditions really changing it up. But we're going to watch with Thomas. Is he going to follow the safety car? Or is he going to follow the circuit? Yep, he's going to make his way through the final corner. And he will be taking us back to green flag racing conditions. So, Thomas leads the field away. Funky is in second position as we see Cam Rules applying some pressure. Is he going to go to the inside line? He is going to go to the inside line and take third position. We've had Lukey wheel to wheel with Jordan, not the only one. X-Lock trying to make the outside line work, which will turn to the inside line if he is brave and keeps his foot in. And we've had a spin, and round goes Waze. Waze has gone round, and we are having cars going round. So it's definitely one of those chaotic races so far. We're on board with Jordan as we go down to the braking zone. X-Lock is trying to put the move on him, as who's going to have the better traction? The Mercedes is going to win out that battle at this stage. Here is the highest driver on the soft compound of tires. And here is the man trying to take the race lead. The sprint race lead right now away. And he is super close onto the back. He was pushing him through the corner. It was under a tenth momentarily, which is why we had to even cut onto him. But Red Matt, the tires aren't working right now. But the thing is, they are going to get up to temperature. And then in the P3 tier, it was around 15 seconds, wasn't it? Here, it's going to be less than 5, depends how quickly they come in. It's 2 seconds right now, but this is going to be now for the race lead. Lap number 5 of this race. We're going to get a battle for third, we're going to get a battle for the lead, and Funky out of the slipstream, and he is going to go to the inside line. Take a look, Lukey to the inside line, possibly of 2 drivers. Does he get the car slowed down? Cam Rules is keeping his foot in though. Better traction for the Ferrari, third place for the Ferrari. So the Scarlet Ferrari takes third right now at the moment, but it does have a time penalty. Is anyone... I think these guys are going to have to commit now at this stage. These drivers are all going to have to commit. And hope they can stay ahead. But keep an eye on Red Matt. Keep an eye on Red Matt. He's going to be bringing the challenge. And the drivers on the softs will be having their own battle. But I think most of them have kept it pretty clean. There's not been too much changing between these drivers. It's all been the intermediates. These drivers are all trying to right now keep it on the road. I think that's right now one of their higher concerns. And he's not going to make a dive bomb. There is Ramit on Tristan. And that will open the door for the driver behind, possibly a Waitsy, to go around the outside. Lukey has closed down the gap. Remember, 5 seconds for Lukey. 5 seconds for Cam K Mum as well. So lap 6. And 2 seconds right now still. It's still 2 seconds the gap. Make that 1.6. When we see the DRS possibly come, that may be our indication. And now, let's see. Are we going to get a change for second position? Lukey out of the slipstream, alongside and up to second position he goes. You can see in the battle in the background they are battling as well, and that's Cam K Mum to the inside line of Cam Rules, and they're battling up ahead still, as Lukey is going to have second position. Thomas in third, Cam Rules in fourth. Nope, Cam K Mum trying to go around the outside. He's gonna have that place, and Red Matt now 1 second is the gap. So Red Matt 1 second is the gap now. And it looks like he's finally managed to get in a bit of a rhythm around the circuit. There we go. We had the fastest laps coming in, but I believe we also had the DRS coming in there as well. For a brief second, still it's slippery though. Still, these drivers all fighting to keep it on the road. This is going to be a fascinating end to this sprint race. And Jordan almost losing the car and having a spin. And here's going to be the man on the attack. Is this going to be the first move of many? It is, to the inside. He will go, and he's going to get past Jordan. When it becomes a traction race, he's surely going to be through, and he is. And it was Axelock and Cam Rules battling. When we saw that move being put, here's Ali B. Outside line wasn't working. Inside possibly, nope. He's going to have the traction though. And he's going to appear in our picture ahead. As Redmar gets past Cam Rules. This is going to be a lot of the soft drivers now making their way through. We've had a spin. And is that Waze who's gone round? I believe it is, but we're focused right now on Ali B. And oh, contact made with Cam Rules, who kept a nose in there. And he's still side by side. We make our way all the way through turn number 13. And we have Justin who's out of the way. Safety car is out. The second safety car. So the safety car is out once again. And we are surely now going to probably see the Inter drivers diving it in. And this race just keeps giving. Right when we were about to see the drivers on the softs overtake. Or could they overtake? That was one of the questions. With the pace we saw. Possibly. And interesting. Okay, so Funky's decided to stay out there. Funky's decided to stay out. Everyone else on the Inters has dived it in. And Funky's surely going to be a sitting duck on this restart. So I was right. Lap 6 crossover look at Mike at it again. There we go. Lovely stuff. So Funky now out there. Only driver on the Inters. Or is going to be. We still have Raze who's on the Inters. So all the drivers now have got rid of their penalties. And it's going to be a battle at the end I'm guessing between Redmat, Ali B, Ramit, and whoever else can join in the party. So it'll be interesting to see. Now, we have the safety car that's going to be diving it into the pit lane. And we're going to have Funky, who is going to get ready to try defend this, but he's going to have no chance. Because as soon as he runs out wide to defend, someone will go to the inside. And it's going to be crucial for Redmat to make this move as soon as possible. And when Redmat makes the move, Ali B, Ramit, and all those drivers behind need to make the move as well. We are going to have 2 laps to decide the sprint race with 1 driver on the inters, everyone else on the softs. And they're weaving right now to generate the tyre temperature. We go down to the braking zone of 14, 15. And the Aston Martin ahead of us will be taking us back any second now. But Redmat is ready. Will Ali B be able to catch Redmat out as well? We make our way through the final corner and are racing once again here at China, and immediately tucked into the wheel tracks and going to the outside line is going to be Redmat. Is he going to be able to go around the outside and take the lead of the race as Ali B makes contact with Funky, who goes off the road? Redmat leads, Ramit is up into second position, and Ali B, but with a bit of contact, he had much more speed into the corner than the driver on the intermediate compound of tyres, and contact again, and Ali B is hit once again with Funky battling with him, and this is now going to be for the race lead around the outside. Oh, that's super close, under braking, he turned in a tiny bit and they banged wheels. Redmat still has the lead. Ramit though, that was incredibly close to contact between the 2 of them there. Waitsy's in third, Specialist, then Miami. But the intermediates, oh, take a look at this. Around the outside, cars all over the road. And that is Tristan in there. That's Funky in there being absolutely solid. And he's made contact, and round goes Funky, who's made contact with his teammate, and Tristan's round as well. And it's turning, and Specialist has gone round. Specialist spins the car. And everything happening on the 2 laps restart. And it's going to be 2 drivers who are going to be debating victory and pole position. And Redmat breaking the slipstream. It will be a battle for 3rd position as well. And here we go with Jordan. He's right now trying to get past Donnet. Berra is in there. And is he going to go to the outside? The thing is, he's going to have to get on the brakes because Berra is going to be on the same racing line as the Mercedes. But he times that pretty well. But we had Ali B taking the corner, obviously, at his speed. And obviously Funky on the inters not having much grip, and there was contact made. That was the first bit of contact, and that sent Funky out wide at this part of the circuit that we are on. Around the outside we see Donnet coming to the Ferrari, and Waitsy running the car out wide. Looks like Cam Rules is round. This is the final lap of the sprint race, and these drivers fighting over the places right now. And it's the 2 Ferraris who are side by side. It's Lukey up to 6th. We're going to have to focus soon on the battle for the race lead. And take a look at this. Better traction in the position for Lukey going around the outside. But this is right now 1st position on the road at the end of the 10 laps. And here we go. Foot to the floor. Remember, Lukey has fresher soft compound of tyres as well. But he's got 1.1 seconds to the next driver ahead, which is Berra. He's in P4, Miami's in P3, and these 2 drivers are in 1st and 2nd, but we aren't sure which one's going to be ahead. And on pole position, trying to break the toe now, weaving left and right, is Redmat, and in the slipstream there is no DRS, so it looks like Redmat is going to be able to hang on. Ramit is going to go into turn number 14 and 15 behind, and it looks like Redmat is going to be on his way to take victory here in the sprint race, in a sprint race of changeable conditions. It was Redmat who made the correct strategy decisions. He will make his way over the line as the winner, and pole position, he wins the sprint. It's Ramit in 2nd, Miami, then Berra, Lukey, Donnet, Waitsy, Quinn, Cam Mum, and Aches, who will finish in 10th. But that is a sprint race that delivered action from the start to the end. A lot of safety car. We have to mention that a lot of safety car in there as well. And unfortunately, I've got this very bad cough on me today. So, not helping at all. So apologies if I'm taking a few little breaks in the middle. Here and there. So, we're going to quickly show you the sprint race results. It's Redmat, Ramit, then Miami, Barra, Lukey, Donut, Waitsy, and then Quinn, Cam Kimum, Axlock, Thomas, Ali B, Jordan, Cam Rules, Tristan, Specialist, Funky, Shek, and Justin. Some of your retirements as well. So, Redmat, good result after last week. Yeah, definitely. Your disconnection on all that. In the race lead, remember, dominating, absolutely dominating, and then it all went wrong with the Wi-Fi, and it meant that he was dropping down the order in a race that should have been his, but unfortunately it wasn't, and he was denied. So, we're looking in the pit lane once again and getting all ready to go here at China for the second round of the season. This is. Let us know your predictions in the live chat on who's going to take race victory now in the future race, of course, with a mixed up order, because that race was mostly due to strategy decisions and a lot of chaos at the end, with drivers spinning absolutely everywhere. So this race is going to be run dry, just like Australia was in the main race. So this race is going to be dry. So we should be getting some absolutely great battles. DRS, of course, all throughout. We could see some safety cars. We have 2 in the sprint. A lot of it due to the weather. Already creating a lot of chaos. Let's see if we're going to have a cleaner turn number 1. Thank you, Mike. One thing with me is, if I'm sick, I don't care. I'm gonna do comms. So, I've actually had this cough for like a few days now, but that doesn't matter, because here we go. 5 red lights. The second round of the season is 5 lights away. And 1 hub goes racing at China, and it's a good reaction time from Red Matt. He's going to hold the lead into turn number 1. Lukey has had a good start. He might get boxed in, though, with the 2 McLarens as we make our way through. He's trying to go to the inside line of Miami. Is he going to be able to? You can see he's all out of shape momentarily. Red Matt holds the lead. It is Lukey, though, trying to go around the outside of Miami. Miami holds 3rd position, and now Lukey will try and have a go to the outside, and it's going to get really, really close as they make their way all the way down towards turn number 6. He's going to go to the inside in the background. We see Berra and Cam K Mum going round the outside, but he's going to be run out wide, and waits. He might have a chance to capitalize on that one. Ramit in 2nd, Miami in 3rd, then Lukey, who tried absolutely everything he can. He still wasn't able to get through, and we are looking throughout the order. Jordan's had issues on this opening lap of the race. You can see he's not in this train anymore, and we'll get everything up for you as well. Different strategies coming in as we see the Red Bull of Axlock to the inside line as he tried to get past Donna, and we have Quinn right now in 12th. He's also he's also lost a tiny bit of time there to the driver ahead of him, which is Waze. Now tucking into the slipstream, who's going to be pulling out and making some moves once again. We are seeing Lukey trying to make a move, and both Williams and Alpine's battling as well in the background. So Waitsy in 7th, Axlock, then Donna, then we have Shake, then we have Waze, then Cam Rules And he's to the inside. Oh, bit of contact made as they bang wheels as they went into the final corner. Redmat with the fast lap, of course, as he is the race leader. Waitsy still trying to get past Cam K Mum down to turn number 1. And Waze still up against Cam Rules. And Waze with the soft compound of tyres, not able to do anything with it yet though. Remember, 2 stops are still mandatory. So 2 stops still mandatory now in still in the sprint weekend race. Races are as usual. And then obviously in the sprint we don't have any mandatory. Lukey on the softs now. And let's see how quickly he can try get past Ramit. Because we know what Redmat is good at, and that's running away. So he doesn't want that to happen. I think all of the drivers are aware. From I think every single driver right now is aware of what happened last time out until the disconnection. So especially Lukey, as he was in there. So a lot of these drivers don't want that. Don't want a repeat of that, because there can be safety cars, but I'm sure they want to be sticking. I'm sure they want to be sticking with the Hassman. They go down to the braking zone right now. And who's attempting some moves then? We have Ali B up the being passed, I should say, by Waze. And Quinn having a bit of a snap on exit as well. And into the final corner they go, and once again on the straight, side by side we go, with Specialist up against Justin. And at the bottom of screen you would have seen Ali B going to the inside, and that move he was able to get past Waze there. So great stuff by him. And Axlock currently at the back of this train, being led by Berra, who is the driver on the medium, so he's lost touch with the drivers ahead. Ramit still doing well. And remember, that was without DRS. Now he will be getting DRS. So that's going to make his life a tiny bit more easier. So great stuff for him there. So Red Map leads Ramit. Lukey Miami. We'll also look at the position changes for you. So you can see Lukey up 2. Cam K Mum up 3. And Waze has made up quite a few positions, as has Justin. But we might be getting a move for second position. Oh, we might be getting a move for the lead. Because look at the speed Ramit's got. Look at the speed that Lukey's got. Is he about to dive to the inside of both of them? 3 wide at 1 point. And Red Mat's been mugged. He's been passed by both drivers there. And it's now Ramit in the lead. Lukey in second. And Red Mat, who went into the straight, who went onto the straight in the race lead, finds himself in third. Side by side we go still for the race lead down to turn number 1. And Lukey will try and go all the way around the outside on the soft compound of tyres. Has the grip, has the place, and Lukey makes the move. That's one Ferrari through. Here's the other one on the McLaren as well at the same point, at the same time, and that's Waitsy through as well on Berra. So great stuff by both Ferrari drivers there, going on the attack. We talked about how strong the Ferrari lineup can be last time out. So Ferrari looking pretty good. And Axlock looking good right now to making an overtake on Berra. I'm unsure obviously if some drivers have damage or any of that sorts. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use TAS because I'm also looking at the live chat. I'm also doing a lot of stuff. So no TAS unfortunately I can look at today. So that does mean I can quickly check, but as soon as I get my eyes off the action, something's going to happen. So we'll try under a safety car and we'll give you some updates from that. And Axlock, let's watch Ali B. He might be making a move. There's the move, possibly being attempted by Ramit. Couldn't do it. Into the braking zone, trying and attempting the up and under. That won't work either for him, but he might have a big opportunity actually to make the move into turn number 1. Right now it's just a bit of DRS chicken. They're going to get much more, actually talking about aggressive. There we go. And Lukey kind of parked it in the middle. Ramit goes to the inside line anyway. He takes the place. And Lukey still round the outside. Nope. So he's just going to sit behind. And oh, mega battling. 2 by 2. And around the outside, we see Cam Rules go. On traction, it'll belong to Ali B. They are still side by side. Quinn's battling with Waze. And Justin's in there as well. And Justin making possibly a move. Up the inside goes Justin. And he's now trying to get past 2 drivers. We've seen it being attempted so far. Oh, they're banging wheels. Justin has got the outside line. Waze with the inside line. And Specialist right now is in 12th. Justin's in 13th. Waze in 14th. Quinn in 15th. Tristan, Funky right now the order. And Specialist able to get away. And Waze still going for it now. And you can see how close they are all running together then. And look at this. We see Quinn trying to go to the inside and they've made contact. And round goes Waze. And round goes Quinn. A move attempted into turn number 13 has not worked out for Quinn. And they both find themselves going round and losing a heap of time there. And here are some of your leaders. There might be an opportunity for Miami. Nope. A bit of a poor exit there. Thought he would have. But that poor exit not helping him. Possibly a move coming in by Specialist, who is going to be past Ali B. And then past his teammate. He gets past Cam Rules. And no way through for Ali B. As they went down into turn number 1. They've all been getting very close to each other at turn number 1. Especially in the wet. We did see. So they're all right now in a bit of a DRS train. Ramit, Lukey, then Redmap, then Miami, and Cam K Mum. Redmap obviously not inside right now, the train. Was earlier on, but he's, as we were on board with him, and as we were on board with Miami, we've been seeing how much he is losing the rear. So remember the pit stops. We do have two stops mandatory. So it does mean that the pit stops do come very quickly. And Miami following the slipstream to a point where he was dipping a tyre onto the grass, to be really precise, with following the Haas driver. Now he won't be following because he wants to try get past. And he's going to the outside line. And is he going to be given the room on the outside line? Just about a little bit of contact made. And there was some scrapping behind. There is still some scrapping behind. It's Waitsy up against Berra. And Waitsy is into the pit lane. I was wondering where the Ferrari went. And it was into the pit lane there. Into turn number 1. There goes Miami once again. He's going to get the inside line. The long sweeping snake section that opens this lap. And these drivers battling all the way through it. Redman gives a little tap to Miami. His teammate's in there now. And we might see a move by Cam K Mum on his teammate. And it looks like there wasn't too much fighting going on. Oh, contact, and round goes Redmat. Redmat loses the car. He manages to just about continue on. But the action continues to get exciting and also chaotic at the same time, as we see some contact. But yeah, it looked like before that contact, Redmat allowing his teammate Cam K Mum through. So unfortunately, Redmat would have been Redmat would now be hoping that didn't happen, because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, as I believe we saw some dive bombing as well. We were on board, so we couldn't fully see it at the time. And here we go. Redmat is gonna have to fight back a bit now. And he can't make the move there. And into the pit lane comes Miami. And into the pit lane comes Lukey as well. That's the Ferrari that you can see right now, who is directly ahead of us in the pit lane. So, diving it into the pit lane, as I mentioned, and on-go a set of the medium compound of tyres for him. And here is Donut then. Can he try and stick with Berra right now as they both try to get past Cam K Mum? The two Ferraris are battling. Waitsy's made a pit stop. Lukey hasn't. And our teammate is somewhere to the side. There he is. He was to the side of us, but not anymore. So Lukey having to slot in behind with Waitsy with the better tyres. Tyres obviously warmed up. But obviously the one lap pressure tyres belongs to Lukey and Miami. These drivers are all pit. Ali B also made a pit stop as well. So as Waze and all of these drivers who from 11th downwards have Cam Rules, who we are on board with, has a penalty in this race. We'll look more over that throughout. We could get a move by Berra trying to get past Cam K Mum, and Cam K Mum forces him the long way around, and I think there was a bit of lag there as well. And through the final corner, yeah, tiny bit of lag. And now there's going to be an opportunity for Berra using the ERS, the DRS as well. And he's getting his way through. Is Donna going to try and make the move into turn number 1 as well? Can be a bit hard when the driver ahead of you is lagging a bit. Red mat's in, so is Justin. So it's a McLaren 1-2 right now on the road. So McLaren 1-2. But 5.2 seconds. So Ramit has got a good gap. And all following super closely. These 3 right now in this train. We are going to take a look though further back at all of the drivers right now coming onto the circuit after their first pit stops of the day. So it's Lukey, then Waitsy, Miami, and they'll start developing a bit of a terrain. Axelock will need to work a bit to get inside. The second, we've got at the same time as well Justin, who's slotted in to 16th position. And Donnet is super close. And Donnet's going to have a big opportunity to get past Cam K Mum. They've both got DRS. And they're also both gaining on Berra. Might mean that we see Cam K Mum going to the inside line under braking. He has got that position momentarily. Donnet's looking for a way through as well. And he's got the Haas lagging right now for him to the side. And Cam K Mum dives it into the pit lane. And Donnet loses a heap of time that he had to get on the brakes. Ramit is in as well. So Berra takes over leadership now. Donnet in second, but it got really, really close. Down to the braking zone of turn number 14, as it always does. Very long straight. And especially when you have 2 drivers with DRS gaining on the car ahead, both battling themselves, can get really, really tight. And really, really close. And we have Ramit slotting in right now in 9th. He's gone onto the hard compound of tyres. So onto the set of hard compound of tyres for him. And we currently still are yet to see the top 5 dive it into the pit lane. And apologies if I'm taking little breaks, as I've already mentioned. I'm just drinking water, so I don't cough too much. And so I can still sound a bit excited for you. You don't want someone you wouldn't want someone who's just absolutely falling half asleep. Or sound like he's falling half asleep. I'm full of energy, but I'm making sure I'm using it in the right way. So if I use it too much, then I'm obviously talking loudly too much, and I'll probably start coughing after that. From time to time, it's worth it. As we see Berra diving into the pit lane, from time to time, it's worth it. If it's like a crucial moment, and then you can have a little cough to, just get out of it, just to get out of it. Then after that, so Ali B has Cam K Mum right to the side right now ahead, and there will be DRS open down towards turn number 1 Which way is it going to be? It's going to be the inside line for Ali B. Risking it out there. He's got the move done and sorted momentarily, but not for too long, because Cam Kim finds the up and under, and he makes the move. One has to through. Here's the other one, and he'll be attempting to also get through as well. He's using a bit of ERS. Are we about to see a late lunge on the brakes to turn 6? Ali B, I should say, saw that one coming and just parked it over to the middle of the road. And this is Waitsy right now. So you have some drivers who haven't pitted, and that's Funky holding up Waitsy and Miami. Here as well, they've got to make the move. You can see Lukey up ahead. He's right at the bottom of screen, trying to get past Cam Rules. And this could get really, really close. I think we're all round the outside. Goes Lukey all the way around the outside. He's got the grip, but that is still brave. That is still brave stuff. Look at the toe that Miami could be getting here. So, Funky's been overtaken. Cam Rules still has the position. Lukey's risking one to the inside. He's got the car slowed down, has he? Just about. Done it into the pit lane. And Miami still behind Waitsy. That was really close down to the braking zone. Cam Rules, though, diving it in to the pit lane. Specialist continuing on. And now, Ramit also in this trade. A lot of drivers now. Waitsy needs to try and get back inside. With Lukey, that's going to be crucial for him. So that's going to be crucial for him then. And we currently take a look and see on the brakes at turn number 6. Miami still. This is now going to be the battle for net second right now in the race. Still another pit stop to go, but Waitsy not able to stick with his teammate. Or it might be a plan if they're both in a call. Remember this also. Maybe back everyone up. That could be something. Back everyone up. And allow Lukey to just pull away. That could be something then. For Ferrari. But it is going to be still hard to keep them behind for multiple laps, because take a look at this. Incredibly long straight. And you can see he is through then. Take a look further back though. Can Ramit also try get past Axelock into the braking zone? No, he can't. And possibly going for the move was Redma. And that's the same thing can be said about Bera, who was looking for one as well. And through the final corner we're going to go. Now, Redma in the slipstream. To the inside he will go on Ali B, and he will make the move to take P8 on the road. And this is Axelock and Waitsy side by side then. And Miami made the move. Miami's going to try chase after Lukey. Waitsy has lost a bit of time. Here's Ramit. And he has to look to the outside line because Axelock is making the move, but he's not going to make the corner. He's run out far too wide. Waitsy's out of shape. Ramit stands on the power and is now going to try go all the way. He's going to have the place probably before they even need to make the long turn off turn number 7. Incredible stuff there. And wow, that got incredibly close. But Ramit makes 2 places in a couple of meters as Axelock fully outbraked himself, went for a late lunge. So, on the straight once more, then. And Axelock made a move, but not for too long though, as you would have seen. Just outbraked himself. And Donut is side by side. He's up the inside. He has not got the car fully. He's got the car slowed down, but he's got it a bit more later than Ali B, which sometimes does allow the up and under, or some of you might know it as the switchback, to take place. So around halfway through this race, with 1 pit stop being done. And for most of the field. We'll take a look if anyone's done 2. Thomas has. Everyone else, other than Specialist, who's still yet to make a pit stop at all, has made 1 pit stop in this race. So Specialist continuing on out there. And Lukey now starting to get onto the back of Specialist, as he's obviously running at a much more slower pace. So we're just looking right now for the battles, and Axelock versus Waitsy is going to be taking place down to the braking zone. Let's hope this time he can get it slowed down, and he's gonna have a chance. DRS will go open, so he'll start to gain. He's got the slipstream as well. Donut's got his way past Red Mat, but here we go. Axelock on alongside and ahead, and he doesn't need to take that battle down to the braking zone. He's got the position already. Here's some more overtaking for you. Donut past Red Mat, Berra past Ali B, and the pit lane for the man who was in the race lead, but now that belongs to Lukey and Berra. Sorry, Ramit, I should say, and Miami. Now in second and third with Miami ahead. Then we have Axelox and Waitsy. So where is Specialist going to come out? Obviously, running up there longer. So it definitely has. It's definitely obviously going to put him a bit more lower down the order. He's in 12th behind Tristan, but he's got fresher tyres right now. So he's going to have a stint on the softs, where he's going to be hoping to mug people, absolutely overtake. And we've had a moment out there on the circuit, momentarily in the first sector of the lap. But Specialist going to make the move, is he? Around the outside. He's going to watch the Aston Martin that was ahead go a tiny bit off the racing line, and that means that Specialist is through. So he's made the move. He gets past Tristan and up to 11th place. And on the straight we go. This is going to be for second position. Can these 2 drivers now try and work together to get onto the back of Lukey? That's going to be interesting to see if these drivers can do it. And Ramit makes his way up to second, because this is what I'm saying. If you make the move nice and early, that's 2/10 for you gained. 1.3 second the gap. If they can do that, then they will get the DRS. So let's see if these 2 can work together. Now down that back straight, and basically get inside the DRS and start fighting. Then they have the opportunity to start fighting, and then with the DRS obviously you naturally start gaining anyway. Berra once again past Red Map, as these 2 do their lap after lap overtaking on each other. Justin's into the pit lane to make his second, and well, will be, unless there's any chaos, his mandatory pit stops. There's 2 mandatory pit stops of the day, but safety cars can change that. And he's gone on to the hard compound of tyres as well. Quinn's dived it into the pit lane, had contact earlier on in the race as well. And Miami then is going to, let's see, is Miami going to make the move once again on this straight and continue the overtaking on each other to try do anything they can to gain on Lukey then. He's not close though on this lap. And ERS wise, all pretty much the same for the top 3. Axelock with a bit more, who's in 4th though. And he's actually defending from Waitsy, who's thinking about the inside line. That's Cam K Mum on the inside of Donna. That's an easy pass. If he gets it slowed down, he does. And crucially, ahead of Cam K Mum as well. And this is Jordan getting his way past on the Aston Martin, who I thought, as you would have seen as well, was absolutely careering into the side of Jordan under braking. That scared me. I thought he wasn't going to brake there. Oh. And that did get really oh, that really did scare me there. Anyway, back to the race. I really did think that we were gonna see an accident there. But he was gonna career absolutely into the side of the Mercedes, but thankfully he didn't. So, Lukey, Ramit, Miami, Axlock, Waitsy, Donut, Cam Kim, Umbera, Redman, Ali B. That's how the race stands at the moment. And it's always annoying because I've been fine for like I've been fine like yesterday, all days, and 2 Sundays I've been sick. Now on the last Sunday I was just sick all throughout. I'm talking about qualifying now, by the way. Last time I was fine as Waitsy gets past Axelock as well there. But I've been fine all week, and then I'm sick this week. And then I was also sick during the qualifying night, but I was actually sick for a long period then. So 2 times this affected me in season 23 sickness, unfortunately. Even though it doesn't happen often. I don't think I've been sick. Even though I've been at one hub over a year, I don't think I've actually been sick in any of them, other than qualifying night earlier this year, and also now this. So, all hitting at once, unfortunately. Anyway, we have Ramit, who has been able to get onto the back of Lukey. Miami's also just about trying to hold in there as well. This cough is now really starting to annoy me. I'm drinking a lot of water. Hopefully that should just about keep it away. And apologies, of course, if the commentary isn't up to normal standard today. Hopefully my cough will go away when we return next time out. Here comes Axelock, and he is going to outbreak his rival and get through. And Donnet on the softs is there. Specialist past Ali B. Red Mat's got away in this battle and into the pit lane. We were on board with him. Is Axelock. So Axelock dives it into the pit lane now. So Axelock in, and he's going to put on a set of soft compound of tyres to take him to the end of the Grand Prix. Right. We now have, just taking a look right now. Super interesting. Just heard some weird noises outside as well. Always a bit... everything happening right now, isn't it? Oh. So. Jordan. With, right now, Tristan directly ahead of him. And it's Jordan going to go for the move around the outside. Surely not, when there's a bit of lag with the driver ahead of you. Because he could be on top of you very quickly. I will say that. He can be on top of you very quickly. If he was to try go wheel to wheel through there. Done it. And wait, see. Even before the DRS opens, we have seen the move happen. And Specialist past Red Map. And Ramit has got the DRS, and Donnet's into the pit lane. So Donnet dives it into the pit lane now. And Red Map in as well, so is Ali B. May have been a bit wide, possibly, as he was ghosted just for a second. And here is Tristan. Let's see if he can get past Jordan. Oh! Oh, never mind. He is through. You see? I thought he spun the car once again. Interesting stuff. Right. Cam rules then. Around the outside he goes. Does he get past? And, oh, Tristan may actually be round this time. He is round, so Tristan is round. And, you see, I don't know when to believe it or not. But this time he is round. Look, this time I ignored it and he was round. Oh. And he sees Red Rat up the inside. And Axelock in there. Trying to get past Cam Rules. Hopefully it's not on my side, any of the lag. That'd be terrible. If it was, you're going to be seeing cars everywhere. Here's your race leader. Don't tell me he's lagging. Looks okay. Yeah, looks okay. Okay, that's good. Ram it in. Miami's in. And back to the battle now. And Axelock. Through he goes. And Thomas is out of the race. And so is the full safety car. Here we go then. Safety car is out. It's game on. Once again. Here in China. Second weekend in a row. Safety car out. And it means that we're going to get a grandstand finish. Drive-through penalty for Ali B. So, you see? As soon as I raise the voice, start coughing. Anyway, that's unfortunate for Ali B because you can't serve that during a safety car. Remember that one. So he has to wait. And then he needs to hope for another safety car. And do remember, safety cars can breed safety cars. So, he'll be hoping for something like that. So let us know your predictions in the live chat. Appreciate to everyone who has stuck around. Because with the amount of times I'm coughing and going silent. Not the best, of course, for all of you. But I'm happy to have been able to still bring you the amazing action. And hopefully Mike will be back next week. And I'll be fully back to... and I'll be fully recovered. And then everything will be perfect once again. So, Lukey, as he makes his way into the pit lane now, and he didn't catch the safety car, so he wasn't held up. He was already past the safety car by the time it drove out. So, if he wasn't, then that would have hurt his race because everyone else would have catched up by now, and he would have lost a lot of positions. And that means that Lukey will make his way into turn 1. Still is the race leader. Ramit in second. Miami in third. And Waitsy in fourth. Almost out of water. That's not good. So. Definitely not good. At all. Hopefully. The drivers don't go too mental. Don't go too crazy. Because if that does happen, then RIP for my voice. Right, Waze, 3-second time penalty there, coming in. Not good, obviously, when you're getting in behind the safety car. So. Lukey, Ramit, Miami, Waitsy, Donna, Berra, Specialist, Cam Kimum, Axelock, and Jordan. That's going to be the order. So everyone's dived it into the pit lane. Everyone. We have Donna with 2 laps. Everyone else with 1 laps other than Berra, Lukey, Specialist, Cam Kimum, Redmap, Ali B as well. And Quinn. But he's obviously just crossed the line. Or was Quinn in that list. So, it's going to be an interesting restart, this. It's going to be really, really interesting. I think definitely wouldn't be surprised if we do see a bit of chaos on this restart. There always can be chaos. And drivers spinning. And then the usual off. Banging wheels. And just the battles. Just the battle. That's going to be really exciting. Definitely helped everyone. Now they're on terms once again with Lukey. And if I remember correctly, it was Lukey who had some contact, I believe. Went different with the strategy a bit. And it was and he was trying to make his way through, and then he was contact and collected, wasn't he? Last time. Yeah, that kind of hurt his chances a bit. But now he's got a chance of victory. But so has Ramets, and so has nearly every single driver in this field. Because when I say chaos, from what we've seen, there can be big crashes. And let me just also say, red flags are still on. Red flags are on, but they're on reduced. So there's definitely a possibility of that, just to let you all know. There's definitely a possibility. Off a red flag, and then it would lead to a standing start. We've already had 2 standing starts today, one in the sprint and one in the feature. But it would be interesting if we get a third. And, well, any races I've commentated on, so in the P2 tier, let's just say the P2 tier, because I was here every race last time other than Silverstone. But I doubt there was a safety car. A red flag, sorry, I should say there. But we haven't had a red flag in any of the ones I've done, any of the ones I've commentated. So, don't know if that's different in the other tiers, but in one hub, but I haven't commentated on a red flag yet. So I'm just putting it out there, you know. I'm just putting it out there about red flags, because it's not mentioned too many times. And then and then we have contact and red flag comes on, and then all of you will be like, what? If you're not in the Discord and haven't been keeping up with all of it. Lawrence, I'm gutted I couldn't race tonight. Yeah, definitely we're also gutted not to have you here as well. But hopefully you'll be back next time around. So we'll be going another lap by the looks of it. So we're just waiting for Quinn to catch up. My voice is just about survived. Sometimes it's just better to get the cuffs out of the way, to be honest. Then you're kind of okay. For about a minute or 2. So, yes. Right, lap 24. We'll be going on to lap number 25 on this restart. Now back to the racing. Enough about how I do commentary when coughing, or when I have a cough. More about the action on circuit. I'm sure you're all here to see that. So, right, I'm going to show you. So first of all, everyone's made 2 stops at least. But more importantly, what I was going to show you is the position changes. We have Lukey up 4, Waitsy up 3, Donna up 1. Then we have Specialist up 9, and then we have Cam Kimum and Axelock up 1, Jordan up 3, Funky up 6, Red Matt's lost 11, and so has Quinn, he's lost 10, and then we've had Wade and Justin User, who have gone up 2, and Tristan up 1 as well. But that is useless information right now if you want any idea on who's going to take victory, or where they're going to finish, or even how they've moved from the starting grid to now in the lap 28, because we've got a shootout, a grandstand finish. So that means that the order can completely change. It's going to be some fabulous action all the way till the end of this race. Just like Albert Park, there's going to be some fighting to the end. It's Lukey who will lead us back. He'll have Ramit, he'll have Miami, Waitsy, Donna, and the rest of the field to contend with, who is going to be going for some moves immediately. Lukey then. When does the Ferrari decide to go? The Scarlet Ferrari in the race lead goes down to turn number 16 and takes us back to green flag racing. It looks like it's a good restart from the other Ferrari in this train of Waitsy. Into the pit lane comes Ali B to serve the drive-through penalty as well. Waitsy was looking for a way through, but he couldn't make the move on Miami on that safety car restart. Berra running a tiny bit wide and trying a different racing line. The McLaren right now in 6th position. It looks like it's all okay on this restart. They're all behaving themselves, but the opportunity's open down to turn number 6, and it might open for Berra to try and get past Donnet. A late launch to the inside might be possible. On the inside he goes of Donnet, who is going to run a tiny bit wide, and he will have Specialist now, who will try and make a move. Is Specialist gonna go all the way around the outside? That is brave. We haven't seen that yet here in this race. And Donnet, wow, that is unbelievable. He still kept his foot in. Has he finally got the position? We look to the side and he's ahead. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Brave stuff by Specialist, and his reward is to move up to 6th position. That was absolutely brave there. Great to see from all of these drivers, and great stuff by Donnet for not completely running him out of road and just conceding the position there as well. But here we go, overtaking time once again. We are on the straight. We have Ramit gaining on Lukey, on into the braking zone of 14 we go. Miami's lost some time, and he probably wants to stick inside the 1 second if he wants any chance of victory, because we are still going to have DRS coming into play. And we make our way on to lap number 26. Next lap we'll have DRS for you. And for now, what we have for you is some side-by-side action, like Donnet and Cam K Mum are showing us. And Cam K Mum to the inside. And he's going to have a nose ahead momentarily. Is they're going to change those? They go down to turn 6. He's going to be on the outside line this time around, and he's going to try and turn in and hope he's ahead. He is ahead, and Donnet's line not helping there too much. He didn't fully outbrake and run it too wide. Axel lock to the inside, opportunistic move, and he takes 8th position in the Grand Prix. And if you want to make some moves now to set yourselves up, because remember, you're trying to set yourselves up for an attack right at the end, and more positions you can gain now, the higher positions you can go for come lap number 28 of this race. Here's Ramit, and he is following. We saw a few drivers following every single move of the driver ahead on this straight. Similar story probably it will be for Ramit. We'll be trying absolutely everything he can. And for now, it's just crucial staying inside the 1 second. That's not going to help, though. He's lost around 2/10 with that wide, not a wide moment, a bit of a snap, I should say. There. So DRS now enabled for Ramit and for everyone else who's inside 1 second. So Cam K Mum will be coming under a bit of pressure. Berra will, if he can't get inside the 1 second of the leading group. So it's going to be a 4-car battle onto the last lap as it stands for race victory. Right now we are on the penultimate lap of this race though. And still, moves are to happen. Looks like it's a much more calmer restart than expected. If it was 2 laps, if this was the lap we went green flag racing again, then may have been a completely different story. Drivers sending moves at every single corner they can. Would have been very chaotic. However, I think we're going to get that. We are going to get that. I think with the leaders all scrapping. And, this is going to be absolutely fabulous. We're right now watching the drivers in the mid-pack, as Donnet was so close to losing the car. And now there's an opportunity for Jordan, who is making the move. He's making the pass. This is for the lead of the race. Ramit goes to the outside. Can he get past his rival? Lukey is late on the brakes as well. On the power they go. We're about to make our way onto the final lap, and Ramit backs out of it. He wants the DRS. But there's going to be one last braking zone. One last opportunity, I should say. Down to turn number 14 as well. Does Ramit want it before that, though? He's up the inside. Ramit takes the lead of the race on the final lap of the race at turn number 1. But did he go too early? Because remember, we still have turn number 14. The long straight. The main overtaking opportunity around the 16 corners of the Shanghai International Circuit. And you can see Lukey is right now on the back. Can Miami try stay close and go for something here at the end as well? He'll really need to get close to these part of the laps though. Because if he can get close, we could be going 3 wide. This is going to get really close. Lukey doing all he can to stay glued onto the back. And as it stands, he should be able to take it. Does Ramit try any DRS chicken? Wow, what a race we have been treated to. And it's going to come down to a boiling finish. The Ferrari was all out of shape. And now it's foot to the floor. All the way down to the braking zone of turn number 14. Is there anything Lukey can do at the end to take the victory away? We're on board with the Ferrari. We can see the McLaren ahead of us, but can Lukey try to take it away? Ramit holds the inside line. Lukey tries to go all the way around the outside. Is he going to be able to keep his foot in? He's going to be shown the curb. Incredible stuff by Ramit. He's able to hold a position. Here comes Miami round the outside into the final corner. Can he keep it on the road? He's taken it right at the end. Ramit takes victory in China and takes the second round of the season. And we see Miami in second. Absolutely incredible stuff by him. And we've had opportunistic moves, and that was one of them. He saw Lukey, was forced a tiny bit out wide by Ramit, and Miami takes the position right at the end. Incredible. Somehow my voice survived at the end. That's why you had the very long silence. Just about. It was of course going to come down all the way till the end. It is one hub. We had it on Australia. We've had it here at China. And we've had 2 phenomenal races to deliver you here today. There'll be celebrations there. We'll show you the race results. Of course, we have Ramit, who finishes in first position, Miami in second, and Lukey's little snap might have cost him that moment, might have cost him that victory there. And Miami, incredible stuff, because most times, and fair play also to Lukey, didn't force Miami out wide at the final corner. Miami just about kept on the road. That was incredible. Waitsy and Ford, Berra, Specialist, Cam Kimam, Axelox, Redmat, Jordan, Donut, Funky, Tristan, Cam Rules, Quinn, Waze, Justin, Ali B, and Thomas. Your retirement causing the safety car and giving us a fantastic battle all the way till the end. We didn't know who was going to win till we hit the brakes for turn 14, and we didn't know who was going to get second till the last corner of the Grand Prix. That's how racing should be, and One Hub delivers you that. Race in, race out as well. So some fabulous action there. That was absolutely fantastic. So well done to every single one of the drivers for that lovely race that they have given us. Now, it is time for some driver of the day. So I'm going to give, first of all, my one to Ramit. And I'm also going to give my second one to Lukey as well. So, the question I'm going to ask Lukey, first of all, is do you think without the safety car you would have been able to take a clear victory without any challenge from all of the other drivers? So that's going to be my question for Lukey. And then my question for Ramit, who did take victory. I've not got too much of a question actually about that race from him. Or actually, yeah, I do. I was planning on. I was thinking of. I didn't think of a question, so I planned on actually asking him something about the next few races. But no, I just thought of something actually. So I'll put that question to him now. Did he think that he was going to be passed heading down to turn number 14 on the last lap after making the move, basically at turn number 1? Because obviously there's that very long straight to down to 14, and usually we have seen it can go, you can be passed right at the end. So that will be my question for him there as well. Now I want to say a big thank you, of course, to every one of you for watching. We'll go to the sponsors and we'll go through all of that for you as well. But a big thank you, especially if you stuck all the way through, especially when you only had one person in the box, a very boring person in the box, especially, and also you all, and obviously I had a cuff as well. So big thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully we all entertained you still with the track action. Hopefully Mike will be back for next week, and hopefully I'll be fully recovered for next week as well. And we'll quickly run you through all of our sponsors. Now we don't have any other prizes. All of that is to be confirmed. So when we do know all of that, we'll be able to tell you. But our sponsors, obviously, Next Level Racing, we have Assetec, we have Pure Sim Gear, and then we have the mystery, and then we have the mystery Simbox, Vespertine, and then we have ERT and Sim Grid. And actually, I was meant to delete the mystery Simbox, so apologies, but I'm actually meant to show you that, and we don't have a clue about that. So as I said, we'll mention it to you in the future streams and tell you all about that as well. But a big thank you then to absolutely everyone for joining us here, whether you are watching on the Twitch live or you are watching this back on YouTube. Big thanks for sticking with us and watching us. And obviously you can catch us next week on the YouTube. And then obviously right now you can also go over to the P1 tier on the YouTube channel and watch that race live as well. On the Sunday, make sure you look up both the Twitch and the YouTube, because at least one tier is going to be on Twitch. We usually either have the P2 on Twitch or the P2 on YouTube, and then the P1 and P3 obviously do it opposite to us. So big thank you to absolutely everyone who has joined us today. It has been absolutely amazing bringing you all of the coverage. That's round 2 done. We've had some fantastic racing, and we'll see you next week for another exciting race. And I'm hoping that the last lap battles, we've been given 2 in a row. Let's hope that continues. But you'll have to join us to find out whether it's going to become 3 out of 3. Goodbye.